Hey everybody, I'm running a little bit late this evening. It's Audra with Chalking with Odd, and I'm also known as Twisted Chalker, and I'm your independent creator with Magnolia Design Company. I've been trying to get my new computer set up, and I've been on the phone for an hour and a half. And the first phone call got disconnected just suddenly, and I sat there for 5 minutes not knowing. And so, if you're not a computer person, this is a very stressful process. And I'm looking, I look like I dyed my hair. It's all gray up here and nice and brown down here. Maybe I'm losing all my brown hair. Maybe it's all gonna be gray soon. I came home and got on the phone. I had to use this to do my hair up because I didn't have a hair tie at work. We got to do what we got to do, right? So anyway, tonight is project number 3 for this stencil. Thou shalt not try me, Mom, 24/7. And it's going to be an easy project tonight, so it won't be very long. And this is a fantastic one for making gifts. Like if you need a gift on a run at the very last minute, and you just happen to have some extra towels laying around, I'll show you. You can get these at Walmart. This particular one comes in a pack of 3. And they have different colors with the different stripes and the different designs. And it's a blank white one in the middle. And this one comes in a pack of 2. And it has this one, plus it's got one that had smaller stripes. And it's got the little fringe on the bottom. So this is the one I'm using tonight for the project. We're going to be doing this one. I've used this one and used it and used it. As you can see, it's nice and stained. And I like to refer to it as being very much loved. And even though it's stained, it still works. So it's in good shape and we can still use it. It's been written on the back so that when I put this back on the backing, I will know exactly which side it needs to go on. I have accidentally put it on the wrong side. Not this one, but a different one. And I ruined the stencil trying to get it off because it really sticks. So we don't want that. We're using coal black ink tonight to go on this, I don't know, I think it's like a charcoal or maybe a black, I'm not sure, gray. I think the black will really pop on this and I think it'll look really good. It'll be a nice neutral color. So I'm going to do that. And then tomorrow, I'm working on a canvas. That'll be project number 4. Same stencil, different project. Okay, so all we will need for this is a towel, your ink, your stencil, a squeegee, and I like to stir my ink just to make sure it's in really good shape. It usually is. It's not really that much of a concern. I'm jumping on late and I haven't turned on my my heat press. So I'm going to plug that in so I can turn it on and let it be heating up while we're stenciling. And I want to put, I'll have this cardboard. I'm going to put this cardboard underneath the towel. And so I'm just going to lower this down so you can see what I've got going on down here. All right, so here's the towel. And the toughest part will be to decide where exactly you want to put the design. And so I'm just going to put it on here. I don't need to worry about fuzzing because we're putting it on fabric and because it's pretty well used. So I'm just going to place it probably right about here. I don't really want to go in the darker area, so I'm just going to put it right about here. I want to make sure it's centered. So this is about 4.5 inches from the edge. 4.5 inches from the edge. Can't beat that now, can we? All right. Very fast, very simple. and very nice, adorable gift to give, or to put in your own kitchen if you want, or in your bathroom for that matter. Put it in the kids' bathroom to remind them every day, huh? Be a nice little decorative towel for the kids' bathroom. I have 2 inks because this one is almost gone. But it's looking pretty good. It's almost empty, so I'm going to add just a dab, a little bit of water. I used distilled water. I just had a spray bottle. Whoa. I'm rushing because I'm late. And you know what? I'm going to deal with this later. Let's get a new bottle, new container. There we go. That is the ink. See this? Okay, this one is ready for use. So, I'm going to have to be extra careful how I touch my towel because I haven't even started. And I have ink everywhere. I don't know about you. Are you? If you're a crafter watching and you're crafting, are you a messy one as well? Tell me in your little comments. Are you messy like I am, or are you a clean crafter? I can get it everywhere. All right. See, it's even on the tip of my fingers. There we go. Okay. So now, this simple little project, I'm just going to scoop some of the ink out of the canister and holding this squeegee at an angle, not up and down, but at an angle. And I'm just going to go through, if you can see the towel through the screening. I'm just going to go through and make sure that I cover all of the screening. So the squeegee is essentially pushing the ink through the screen and transferring the design to the towel. I love this because for so many years I thought, you know, I love to craft, but I am no good at making these kinds of things. No good at doing anything. Really, I'm not a freehand painter, drawer, or anything like that. But having this right here gives me opportunity to just go to town and make cute home decor items, t-shirts, towels. I like to take things that people don't want anymore and give them to the thrift store and bring them home and totally turn them into something that they weren't originally made for. I guess that would be repurposed or upcycle, right? Okay, now I'm going to hold the squeegee straight up and down and scrape off the excess. You don't want to, you want to make sure you cover everything, but you don't want to just keep webbing and keep adding and keep smearing and keep, if you do that, it's just going to bleed through in areas that you don't want it to go. So I'm scraping off the excess. I'm just putting it back in the container. Very little waste. This little 3-ounce container lasts a very, very long time. And now, I'm just going to peel it off. Oh yeah. And there it is. Now I see a little spots that I missed. That's okay. I'm going to touch it up. Need to get some water. Sorry, folks. So, and sometimes this happens, especially if you're rushing, which is what I'm doing because I feel rushed because I was late. So, I didn't squeegee well enough, and there's some areas, as you can see, that need to be touched up. So, I'm just going to take my paintbrush and dip it in the paint, in the ink, and dab it in the spots where it needs to be. So I'm just going to finish filling in the tea. Fill in this little tea right here. There are some areas that I feel like are too fine for me to use the paintbrush. So I'm going to get my squeegee that has this little fine tip like this. If you're joining me, please let me know and leave a comment. I can't see it now because of the way my phone's pointed, but I will definitely read it after I'm done here. I like using this little fine tip squeegee to fill in the places that need to be filled in as well, because it gives you more control over where it's going over the paintbrush. There we go. Seven covered up a little bit. So as you're seeing here tonight, stuff can happen that you don't expect, but that doesn't mean the project is ruined. I have to be careful. I don't want ink in places that don't belong. You know, where I don't want ink to go where it doesn't belong. There we go. So I touched up the areas that aren't perfect in my eyes. I'm going to dry this up a little bit. Okay, I'm about to take a blow dryer to it, so you might want to turn the volume down for just a second. Don't think that's really necessary to do. I just do it for my peace of mind because I saw a spot I wanted to fix. I guess I didn't. I thought I did. When I have removed it from the sticky backing, it kind of smeared. And so I like to run a blow dryer over it just for a minute before I do anything with it so that I don't end up smearing the design. Now it's ready for heat set. If you have an iron, if you don't have a heat press and you just have an iron, that's fine, that will work. You set it for cotton setting and then you will put some parchment paper over it. I usually put some under it as well, and then iron it for 4 minutes on one side, flip it over, put parchment paper on underneath and over it, and iron it for another 4 minutes. Now I am lucky enough to have a heat press right here, and it's not heated up. It won't take long. So anyway, while we're waiting, I'm going to put this parchment paper underneath. Do not use wax paper. Wax paper will not work. The parchment paper will keep it from lifting off the fabric. I saw a spot I wanted to fix and I lost it. Maybe I imagined it. I probably imagined it. Okay, another piece. We are, oops. It's still heating up. So anyway, let's see. What can we talk about while we're waiting? Ooh, let me look at my screen, see who's here. Oh, hi, Sandra. Yay, hi, it's so good to see you. How are you? So this is project number 3. Project number 4, and I need to try it. I've never tried this before, but I plan to do a reverse canvas. I already have this, and I did this a while back, and it's cute, but I think it needs a little something. So instead of changing this, I'm going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to take this canvas and do a reverse canvas. Basically, rip the canvas off the frame, stain the frame, do the design, and then do something a little different. I'm going to go with purples. I think purples are really pretty. So I'm going to do purple and white. Well, no, I'm not going to do white. I don't need white for that. That's white ink. But I'm going to do different shades of purple in a two-tone and make one of those flowers. So this will be tomorrow night at about 7 o'clock. I do have to get with Geek Squad again tomorrow to try to get my printer working. But hopefully it won't take as long. And my heat press is not hot yet. Let's see. Oh gosh. What other projects could we do? Do you have any ideas of stuff that can be done with thou shalt not try me 24/7? I think my next one, I'm going to do this stencil, which I have. I'm not using this new one yet, but I'll do that one. It's fun to make these little humorous, cute gifts. And, you know, with Mother's Day coming up in May, it'll be something that's affordable that people can pick up for their moms and their grandmas and aunts, you know, sisters that are moms or whoever. Wives who are moms, and we're almost there on the temperature. It's so fast and easy, and if I wasn't rushing, I would have turned on my heat press. It would have been ready. I went ahead got the heat press because I started making a whole lot of towels and shirts around Christmas time. And 4 minutes for each side. That's 8 minutes, a minimum of 8 minutes a project. That was quite a bit of time spent on ironing. So I broke down and got a heat press, and it takes 30 seconds at a temperature of 305 degrees. It takes 30 seconds to set it. 30 seconds on this side, 30 seconds on the back, and it's set, and it can be washed in the washer and dryer once it's done. So a person can choose to use it just like a regular towel, or they can choose to just hang it up for decoration only. We are almost at the right temperature to use it. I am working to start some virtual parties to do this kind of thing. I will at first start with just showing, and then maybe I'm thinking whoever participates in the party can choose to purchase whatever it is that we're going to make, and they can do it along with me. So that's in the works at this point. If you're interested in checking out stencils and inks and chalk pastes, they can be found through the link that I have added to the comments on here. If you're interested in checking out the opportunity to do what I'm doing, it can be done like this on a full-time basis. You can do this on a part-time basis. That information is available as well through the link that I have in the comments. And I see an area that I want to touch up. The heat press is ready, and I want to add a little bit more right here. There we go. There. The line had gotten cut short. That's what I get for rushing. Okay, here we go. Place the parchment paper on top. Push the button. It's as easy as that. I love this heat press. I ordered it from Amazon, and I have used it so much since I got it last year. Whoopsie. It's still counting. I have to be careful what I do while it's doing its job. So we got 9 seconds left on this side, and then I'm going to turn it over. What I love to do with these towels is decorate them like this with these little designs. Came off just fine, which means it's not stuck to it, which is good. And then we turn it over. Now, if you pull your parchment paper off and it's stuck to it, then that means it's not quite set. And you just want to kind of put a clean paper on it and do it again. This parchment paper I have used over and over and over and over again. I don't throw it away until it's just completely falling apart. So that's a way to save money for this with that stuff. I gotta figure out what happened with my old jar of ink there. I may have left it open too long at one point. 10 seconds to go and this will be done. Also, I didn't finish telling you. I like to put the little designs on these towels. This is done. And then what's really fun to do is to fold it. And then, my goodness, there we go. Nope, that's not how I do it. I'll get there. Fold it this way first. Goodness. And then fold it in half like that. And then I think a really pretty way to set it up to give as a gift. It doesn't have to be this ribbon, it's just the first one that it's not even big enough, long enough. It's just to take it and tie a bow. Use a longer ribbon, of course, because this one's kind of short. But tie a little bow and then package it with the bow. And that's it. We're done. This project is done. It's heat set. It's ready to be washed and dried, used, hung up for decoration, whatever it is you want to do with it. All right. Well, thank you. I'm sorry I was late tonight. Tomorrow should be a lot better. And, yeah. Let's bring you back up. I'm frazzled. I hope you can join me tomorrow night for project. Thank you. I can't see. Thank you, Sandra. Hope you can join me tomorrow night about 7 o'clock for project number 4, which will be the canvas. All right. Thanks for joining me. All right. Bye-bye.